Dance is what started our love story.
And now with kids, a business, and big dreams, dance is what keeps our love story going.
In this podcast, we share our knowledge of movement, connection, and creativity with the hope of entertaining and inspiring you.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Raymond. And we love connection.
Hey!
Hello. I don't know where to look. Where do I look?
I don't either. So, hi guys. We have two cameras today because one's for you right now on Facebook Live over here, and the other one's over here, and we're going to put it on the YouTube later. So, we're trying to multi-purpose. It's called multitasking. Doesn't really exist.
Careful, the table is wibbly.
Oh, man.
It's moving the camera.
Right. Well, hi. We haven't seen, anyone in forever, except for the people we live with mostly. So, we're back. Hi. We're going to wait a second and see if anyone wants to join us. One person's there, and I don't know who.
I think we can see.
I don't know. Bear with us. We're rusty, guys.
We're dorks. Being dorks.
But we're really excited to be back. We can't figure out where you are with the thing that's holding the camera. And so someone's there. Hi, thanks for being there. Hi.
Hi.
I'm sure we love and miss you, whoever you are right now. So thanks for joining. So what's happening is we're coming back. We started a podcast last spring, and it was super fun, and we had some great momentum going. And then, life happened.
Hi, Ara.
Hi, Ara, darling. Oh, we miss you in the studio. I hope you're well, beautiful. So we started this podcast last fall, and then my father got sick, and it just put a hitch in everything. And so we ditched the podcast, and then life changed a little more. And then 2020 happened. So there's that. So enough said. But we're back. So we've legit been MIA for a little bit. So you might be coming to us on Facebook Live. Hello, Jana.
Hi,
oh my gosh.
Hi, Iris.
Hey, happy anniversary. A couple days late.
22 years.
Ooh, ooh. So you might be checking us out on the Facebook Live. We're going to repost this on the YouTube later. Or you might be one of our podcast listeners. So, of course, if you don't know us, I'm Emily.
And I'm Raymond. We
are partners in just about every sense of the word. Business partners, dance partners, partners in marriage and love, and parenting partners. So, and of course, we have Melonlight Dance. That's our first baby, which is about 10 years old now. And she's been closed for 6 months. It's been kind of sad. And we're getting ready to come back. But things have changed a little bit. And then, of course, the podcast that you may not know, because we only got a teeny bit of momentum going, is called We Love Connection. It's the We Love Connection podcast. And really where our focus is moving into from the dance world, from the yoga perspective, is connection. So that's why the title there. So when we come to you guys, we're going to be coming to you every Wednesday afternoon live, and then we'll drop the podcast episode from there. So if you want to join us, please do. But when we come to you through the context of We Love Connection, we will always speak from our own experience, our own, little window of expertise, which is, of course, dance, yoga, creativity, production, performance for the stage. But we'll also come to you as real people, not just dancers and yogis, right? So we'll come to you from the perspective of our own relationship, parenting, and navigating business and those things together. But we always kind of put the lens of movement or creativity or connection into it for you. Sorry, I keep messing with my bangs. It's y'all are looking at me, but I'm looking at me too. And drive me nuts. Okay. So, and sorry if you're on the podcast, you don't know this, but I did my hair today. I haven't done that in a while.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. Hi.
Hey, I put pants on today. That's a big deal. Show of hands, who's actually wearing pants today?
I am.
Oh, you are. You're right.
I am. Ooh, and hey, side note, my pants fit. These are my skinny overalls. I just pushed a baby out about 3 months ago, so I'm pretty excited about my skinny pants. But so let us give you just a quick update. We have, I think, a really relevant topic to come to you with today, and the topic is momentum. Jana's not wearing pants. Of course she's not.
I figured.
Our topic today is momentum. And I think, of course, through the lens of being dancers and yogis, it's relevant to us. We kind of have a tendency to see the world through that way. But I think momentum is something that a lot of people might need to address or be struggling with. The world has changed. Our lives have been affected in a myriad of ways. So the topic will be momentum. But before we dive into that, I kind of want to tell you why. Why is that valid and what's on our plate right now? So quick recap. Back in March, our business closed, like so many businesses, not permanently, but it is still temporarily closed. So that was a total change. And Hitch there went, Raymond, did you know I'm related to you?
Yes, I did know that. Hi, Iris.
So that was really a huge change in our routine. And at the time I was pregnant. And then May 14th, we had our new baby. His name is Osias. He's adorable and he cries a lot. Super cute though. So important that babies are cute.
Yes.
And he's really cute.
Well, he's like a miniature Bruce Willis, I think. Like right now, he still doesn't have any hair, so every time I see him, I just see like a mini Bruce Willis, which is okay. I'm all right with that.
Bruce Willis is an attractive guy, but I think he's cute. I think Osias is cuter than Bruce Willis.
Well,
just saying.
He's a baby. He's a baby version of Bruce
He is the
Willis.
flesh of my flesh, so I should think that, right? So that happened, and then my mother's actually living with us right now. She's in huge transition as well. So literally, like in a week, we went from 3 people living in this household to 5. That'll put like a hitch in your routine. Plus
and
the business closed.
We're in quarantine.
Plus, the world of masks and COVID and all the things. So a lot has changed for us, as I'm sure it has for you too. And I think maybe that's the one common thread. For some people it's been really dramatic. Maybe you've been sick or lost a loved one or lost your business or you're working a ton because you're in, that industry or you're not working at all. A lot has changed. He thinks Shannon, he is cuter than Bruce. So a lot has changed in a variety of ways. But I think one thing that's probably changed for a lot of people is routine, right? Like something threw a hitch in your routine. Something had to shift for you. And I have mixed emotions about routine. And I think that's a topic for another day. But here's the thing. Time is a very grounding concept for us. And routine, thus, is very grounding. So in a world that feels really chaotic and kind of uncertain right now, routine is something that can really root us and ground us and keep us feeling like we know where things are going. And I'm not going to lie, I feel like we've really struggled to like establish a new routine. Like I said, just having a second child would be enough to throw a hitch in the routine, but it wasn't that. It was 2020. It's everything, right? Everything's kind of mixed up. That's not a complaint, that's just truth. So new routine. So I imagine that most of you are trying to find your new normal in some way, somehow. So anything else before we get into like the meat of momentum?
How are you doing? Let us know in the comments. What has changed for you? Is your life exactly the same? Were you already working remotely? Are you single? Do you miss people? I miss people. I miss people. So please drop in some comments and let us know like what changed for you, or is it just exactly the same? Or are you like extra happy in this like socially distant world? I know that some people might be.
I really embraced it a lot in the beginning. I'm not going to lie. I was like, you know what? We're going to just see the silver lining and make it beautiful. I'm kind of a homebody. So I was like, we'll just stay home. I was also nesting and then maternity leaving. So it was, if you can ever say there's a good time for a pandemic, which there isn't, I was kind of like embracing that time. And it's taken all the way till now, like the last month for me. Like August was tough for me. I think it finally hit where I was like, oh my Lord, I'm done. I'm ready to settle into our new routine. That's what it is I've just felt like really out of sorts and I need the new routine and we're really struggling to find it. Hi, Sarai.
Hey, Andy.
So yeah, let us know if you're feeling the same because that routine is challenging for us to find right now. But I want to talk about momentum. Now, of course, being dancers and yogis, we talk about momentum a lot. Like, what's the wind up to do a spin, right? A very physical expression of that. And if you're going to be a dance student with us, we'll talk more about that on the dance floor. But there's that bigger lens that actually, I started gaining access to that lens more through my yoga studies and training of, that momentum isn't just this exterior thing for bones and muscles, but there's momentum flowing in the internal systems of the body, breath, blood, even more subtle energy, emotion, and like the energy that is the stuff of life, what we would call prana from the yogic world. So there's momentum that is affecting us in a myriad of ways. And how do we use it? So here's my personal experience, and I'd love to see if you guys have the same experience. I feel the sensation of a spiral effect. Like I am either riding an upward spiral, and the world is rosy, and things feel fantastic, and that sort of lens affects every aspect of my life. So business feels good, relationship feels good, kids feel good, house feels good, it's all feeling good if I'm on that upward spiral. That's lovely. But, I could be on the downward spiral, and then that same lens affects everything, right? So it's like kind of all or none, and I don't know if you guys feel that way, but another way to say it is like, I kind of think it is like putting on my rose-colored lenses, or my my happy glasses or my grumpy glasses. Like, you know, it's
I
like,
think we need to squash the grumpy glass.
can we step on them? Like, Lucius almost broke my glasses the other day, but those were,
You need those ones.
I actually need those to see. These are metaphorical glasses that I'm talking about. Can you squash my metaphorical grumpy glasses, please?
I certainly will try.
Thanks. So when I'm wearing those grumpy glasses, negative lens glasses, it's like the time to be like, let's not talk about anything. Like, because no good comes from that space, right? Like, damn the world and all the things in it. And it's hard to be joyful. And so one of the things that we do in regard to momentum, or that upward spiral, downward spiral, is like, if we're on the downward spiral, just like pause. Just pause. And we'll talk more about what do we do in that pause. Because nothing good comes from it. Like, it is the worst time to have a conversation about anything.
At all.
Anything. It'll just put a crappy outlook on all of it. So that's one of the things that we try to do, is like pause when we're in that downward spiral and have the grumpy glasses on. Are yours grumpy glasses? What are yours?
Yeah, I'm an only child, so like sometimes a full house, especially when it's dropped upon me unexpected, I feel like I just need to like go inside a hole somewhere and just like be alone with my thoughts. And, you know, with a 3-year-old and a 3-month-old and, you know, a guest in the house, and, you know, like, we expanded our house. We were fortunate enough to have a remodel start right at the beginning of, you know, the COVID quarantine. And so that was kind of cool that we like actually had more space. But yeah, I just like, sometimes I just need to like put my blinders on instead, my horse blinders. So maybe it's not a lens. It's more like, I just need to like do this.
Jana just said sometimes there's like a thing in it, but she needs to move to another country glasses.
Oh yeah. We had that. We have
those
that
glasses too.
all summer long.
Those glasses are getting really big right now. We'll talk more. What's your country?
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. So what do we do? So here's the thing that we do, because I want to actually offer you some, not just us babbling, but like hopefully maybe some inspiration, something you can snag and apply to your life that will help improve it for you. So what I have found through experience, right, is I have to find my game changer. Like, what's the thing when I've got the grumpy glasses on, or I'm flowing down that downward spiral? What do I do? I said we pause, but then what do you do in the pause, right? To shift the energy. And it's different. It could be different for all of us, but I want to tell you the two things that Raymond and I both use, and they might really work for you as well. And one of them is meditation, and the other is movement. And it can kind of be an either or both. And on the days that I wear my happy glasses the longest, when I feel that energy of the upward spiral, I do those things in the morning. My morning. Not 6 a.m. morning. Yeah, well, like our morning.
What morning means for us.
Right, like 9-ish. Yeah.
9.
So, you know, I try to start the day that way with either meditation or movement, because it makes such a massive difference on how I carry myself through the rest of the day, and how I affect the people that I'm with, which right now is like the same 4 people. So they have to deal with me no matter what glasses I'm wearing.
Yes, we do.
I know. So I'm trying. So it's so important, not just for me,
love.
And I know, not so important just for me and my internal well-being, but for the people I'm around and the people that I love, that we figure out what is it. So I ask you, what's your game changer? What's the thing you know you can go to and you know it will work? I think one of the things that's interesting is that I've known for a long time what that game changer is. I've been practicing meditation and movement for far too long to deny its truth.
When we teach it to our students, we always have students who are like, maybe they're not feeling it, you know, they don't really feel like coming to rehearsal that day. And then we say, you know what? Just come, even if you don't feel like dancing, just come and sit on the couch and be part of the group. And it makes such a world of a difference every single time. So it's like practice what you preach a little bit, you know, but sometimes it's easy to forget, especially in a new scenario, you know.
New routine, right? Your routine's been all shaken up.
Yes, it shook us up.
So, yeah, it's kind of like that. I don't want to do it anyways, right? Like, I can't tell you how many days I'm like, I don't really want to run. I do, but I don't.
And like, who are we running from?
What are we running from? Right? So many things. So it's kind of that, and we're that for each other too. So if you have someone in your life who can be that, where it's like, he can see the grumpy glasses, he knows I need to go for a run, just go. I have the babies, get out of here, right? And it's like we can be that encouragement for each other. So figure out what your game changer is. It might be meditation and it might be movement. Those things aren't effective to us just because we're dancers and yogis. Those are effective to a lot of people because we're human, right? So that pause, that moment of meditation or any kind of movement, it doesn't need to be dance or yoga or running. It could be whatever you like to do. You just have like there I go back to dance again. Dance party in your living room.
Or like we have a lot of artists in town. Like maybe it's getting in front of your easel or, playing some music. And like, I'm so curious what it is for everyone. Because for us, for a long time, it's been movement. I mean, ever since I started dancing at a really young age, I always feel better. And I remember when we were in high school, you were having a really bad day. And I asked her if you could dance out your emotion, if you could dance and tell me how you feel through your movement. Could you? Would that be something that would be advantageous to your mood right now? And she said yes. She absolutely said yes, that she could just shut up and just start to move.
Yeah, because it was like I either couldn't find the words or the words weren't helping. It was like I just needed the body to create momentum of that internal energy, that emotional energy. It needed to get moved around and shaken up. So like I said, of course, we're always going to be biased towards movement because that's our wheelhouse. But I do encourage you, like I said, it doesn't need to be dance or yoga, but movement works on all of us. It's scientific. There's endorphins, there's hormones, there's things going on. You literally are moving your internal energies and emotions around. We think because they're invisible.
Don't go there.
I know. That we can't affect them, but we can. And sometimes the best way to affect the emotion or that subtle energy is through the physical, the thing I can feel and touch and access, which is movement, right? Get my bones and muscles in motion, and then it affects the more subtle stuff. So meditation and movement are our game changers. We try to do them in the morning because it sets us on that upward spiral for the rest of the day. And we try to do them in, if I lose my stuff during the day at some point, then it's like, oh my gosh, maybe I just need to snag 5 minutes and like sit and meditate. Or sometimes if I've really lost my stuff, then meditation's not the thing. It's like, oh my gosh, do jumping jacks. Like just get it out.
I know a big one too for us decharging, especially during the summer. And I'm a little worried about this in the winter, but it's okay. The water. We moved here from Denver because there's an abundance of lakes and rivers, and that really, really calms us down, especially the heat. The heat's been really bad. We have some property up in Missouri that we've been getting ready to sell, and so it's super hot because it's an off-grid cabin. And so when we're getting overwhelmed, we just pack up and head on down to the river, and oh my gosh, it's just amazingly decharging for us.
Nature therapy. And specifically water. I want to talk more about this in an upcoming week. I just started reading a book called Blue Mind, and I apologize, author, I can't remember your name right now. Literally started last night. But it's about how being in, around, underwater affects our consciousness in really positive ways. And so it's juicy and delicious, and I love it and resonate with it a lot.
And you read it to Lucius last night.
I did. My toddler wouldn't go to sleep. So I was like, dude, I've already read storybooks. I'm reading my book. And he let me read this book out, this like grown-up book. He says, grown-up books don't have pictures. They just have lots of letters.
Lots of letters.
But he listened pretty well and fell asleep to The Blue Mind. So look that book up, and we'll tell you more about it in the future because it's super cool. Anyways, that's what we have to leave you with. So find your game changer. Find the thing that helps you shift from your grumpy glasses to your happy glasses, or your upward spiral instead of your downward spiral, whichever analogy you like better, and use it. Don't deny it, and help someone else in your life, your partner, your child, your friend. Help them. Give them that little shove when you know what they need to do. And they know what they need to do, but they don't want to do it. Give them that little piece of encouragement.
Or help them make time for it.
Talking it out. We gotta move that thing because I can't see the comments.
I know, sorry.
Talking it out, something.
With a friend.
Singing, snuggling are game changers.
Oh, I
love it. Love
snuggling.
Singing.
And if you can just like talk, sing, and snuggle all at the same time, like I'm coming over, Jana.
Those are some good. Yeah, can we snuggle? All right.
We miss you guys. We miss all of you.
So the last thing I want to leave you with is thank you. I really appreciate you guys. We're back in action. We're excited to be here. We've never been, in the 10 years we've been in business, we've never just been MIA for 6 months.
No.
So it's been very strange. But I appreciate you, our audience, whether it's a social media audience or someone coming to see us on the stage. Sad face, we're not running show this fall. Being extra cautious since we have a little. in the house.
We are writing a new show now.
We are writing a new show.
I don't know if I was supposed to say that, but
that's okay. We're going to talk about it later. We'll just say that. We are writing a new show.
Yay.
It's been a long time coming. It's outside of the Anna realm, if you are familiar with our work. We were going to be writing Anna 3 this year, and then COVID, and we weren't in rehearsal mode with, a cast. So we're working on something new, but we'll tell you more about that later because it's really fun. The other thing that we've been working on behind the scenes is called Dance Dates, and that's a thing we actually did a version, kind of a trial run version called Quarantine Dance Dates, which was an online date night for couples where we teach you to dance. It's super cool though. It's not just like learning dance moves. Like, you can go to YouTube and learn a dance move, go for it. It's so much more than that. It's so much bigger, and that's because it's rooted around connection. So out of 15 years we've been teaching, we've really honed in on, I think, what makes dancing in partnership so profound and so special, especially for couples who aren't like professional dancers, right? Who are just normal people who think it would be fun to dance together. There's more in it than you realize, and that's really where we focus, is on connection. So we rebuilt the website. It's all super cool now. We've got a whole new platform. Go check it out. It's melonlight.com. Go see what you think. Tell me if I made any errors. I've only read it 8,000 times, but so check it out. And then when you go, this is cool. When you go to leave the website, it's going to ask you if you want a freebie. So sign up to get our little freebie. It is a 5-minute dance date. So you get a little teeny tiny peek of what a dance date might feel like. So you can do it with your partner, or you can just laugh at us because we're being total goofballs in it. So go check that out at melonlight.com. Subscribe, do all the social things. We're on Facebook, we're on the Insta, we're on the YouTube.
We're getting back.
You
might see some old stuff from starting today. We're punching it forward.
I am starting a blog. I'm a passionate writer and just have never taken the plunge of writing the blog. So you can find that at melonlight.com now. And of course, you can find the We Love Connection podcast. So we super, super appreciate you guys. We miss you. We love you. We'll be back next Wednesday.
Yeah.
All right. I'm Emily.
I'm Raymond.
And we love connection.
Thanks for tuning in today.
If you want to grab a freebie, then jump on over to melonlight.com and get your mini dance date and see for yourself how we help couples connect through dance.
You can always find more tips, entertainment, and inspiration by following Melonlight Dance on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube.
We love you. Happy dancing!